Hello class 6, how are you all? Children, your fifth assignment was from your language book and we were doing chapter number 1 sentences, and the exercises which were given to you were from page number 5 and page number 11. Okay, so now I'll be telling you the answers of the exercise that was given to you. From page number 5, exercise given to you was that you were supposed to rearrange the words in proper sequence to make them a meaningful sentence. Okay, and the answers of those jumbled sentences are: the first sentence was, very sharp is this knife, oh. Now this sentence will be written in the form of an exclamatory sentence. Okay, so the sentence will begin with oh. Oh here is the interjection word. Okay, so the answer of this sentence will be oh, then exclamation mark, and then you will write the next word with a capital letter, and it will be oh, this knife is very sharp, and the sentence will end with a full stop. Okay, second sentence was, get you a glass, shall I, of water. Now this sentence, this jumbled sentence can be arranged in two ways. One can be in a form of a sentence, in a form of a, you can say an imperative sentence, and another one can be in a form of an interrogative sentence. Okay, so let me tell you the first type of sentence which I can make out of this, and that is, I shall get you a glass of water. Okay, this is one way of writing this jumbled sentence. I shall get you a glass of water. And if I want to make it into an interrogative sentence, then I will start the sentence with shall. So the sentence will go like, shall I get you a glass of water? And then it will end with a question mark. Okay. Third sentence, to watch the sky, I like evening. So the answer of this sentence is, I like to watch the evening sky. Fourth, she is a good teacher, think do you. Now this will be changed into an interrogative sentence, and you will write, do you think she is a good teacher? And it will end with a question mark. Fifth, David hurt his hand, has an with X. And the correct sentence will be, David has hurt his hand with an X. 6. Where I live, the city is called Shanghai. Answer, the city where I live is called Shanghai, and Shanghai you will write with capital S. Number 7. That old mango tree I am going to climb. Answer, I am going to climb that old mango tree. Number 8. Going I am tomorrow to pen buy a from shop the. Answer, tomorrow I am going to buy a pen from the shop. Number 9. In evening play the may pet I with. Answer, I may play with the pet in evening. Okay. The 10th sentence, singing the carols children are. Answer, the children are singing the children are singing carols. 11th, has pedals a bicycle. Answer, a bicycle has pedals. 12. On a ship a sailor works. Answer, a sailor works on a ship. 13. Building a house we are. Answer, we are building a house. 14. Tailor made the shirts 10. Answer, the tailor made 10 shirts. 15th one, want to go to bed do you. Now this will be changed into interrogative sentence, and the sentence will be, do you want to go to bed? And the sentence will end with a question mark. 16. You are doing, I hope, well. Answer, I hope you are doing well. Okay, so these were the answers of the exercise which was from page number 5. Now let's see the answer of the exercise A and B which was from page number 11. Okay, now from page number 11, exercise A was that you were supposed to circle the subject in each sentence. Now remember, subject is about whom the sentence is written. Okay, so the first sentence was India is a peninsula. So the answer, subject in this sentence is India. Number 2, Mussoorie is a hill station. Subject is Mussoorie. Third, the peacock is a proud bird. Subject is peacock. Sorry, the peacock. 4, my house is on a lonely road. And the subject is my house. 5th, I live in apartment number 206. And the subject is I. 6th, citrus fruits are rich in vitamin C. And the subject in this sentence is citrus fruits. Okay. Now come the B part, wherein you were again, the predicate part was given and you were asked to write a suitable subject to complete the sentence. Okay, the first one was dash is the nearest star to the earth. Answer is sun. Number 2, dash is the natural satellite of earth. You have read this in your social studies also. That is moon. Moon is the natural satellite of earth. Third, dash is used to breathe and smell. How do you breathe and smell? Which part of body do you use? Nose. Number 4, dash is the national song of India. What is the national song of India? Vande Mataram. Do not write Jan Gan Man. That's a national anthem. Okay, the national song of India is Vande Mataram. Number 5, dash is the system of government in India. And the answer is Democratic Republic. The last one is dash is the longest river in the world. And the answer is Nile. Nile is the longest river in the world. So that was the answer of your 5th assignment, and today we'll continue with the remaining part, and I'm going to explain to you the different types of sentences. So the first type of sentence is called a declarative sentence or an assertive sentence. Assertive and declarative both mean the same thing. Okay. Now, what is a declarative sentence? A sentence in which some information is given to you about the subject. It is called an assertive or a declarative sentence. A sentence which gives you some information, which provides you some facts, is a declarative sentence. Okay, and a declarative sentence always ends with a full stop. Okay. Now look at the two examples. Mehul came to pick me up. Okay. Through this sentence, an information has been given to you, a fact has been given to you that Mehul came to pick me up. We were going somewhere, so Mehul came to take me along. Okay. And the second sentence was Shefali cannot swim. This is also giving you information about Shefali, that she cannot swim. So both these sentences, first sentence and the second sentence, is giving you information about the subject. Here the subject is Mehul and here the subject is Shefali. Both these sentences are giving you information about the subject. Okay. So declarative sentence gives you information about somebody or something. Declarative sentences are of two types. One is a positive sentence and one is a negative sentence. Positive sentence is also called affirmative sentence. Okay. So the first sentence, Mehul came to pick me up, is an example of a positive or an affirmative sentence. Okay. The second one, Shefali cannot swim, is also a declarative sentence, but it is a negative declarative sentence because it has got not written in it. So any sentence which is providing you information about somebody and it has got a not in it is also a declarative sentence, but in its negative form. Okay. So declarative sentence are of two types. One is positive without a not and the other one is negative with a not. The second type of sentence is called interrogative sentence or question sentence. Okay, so interrogative sentences are those sentences in which a question is being asked. If you look in the blackboard, you can see I have written four questions. Okay, an interrogative sentence. Remember, an interrogative sentence always ends with a question mark because we are asking a question. So obviously the sentence is going to end with a question mark. Okay, now look at the examples. Where were you? Is it sunny outside? Does he know you? How much time is left for the lunch time? So all these sentences are examples of interrogative sentence. Okay, so as you can see, you can frame questions from the what words. What words like where, what, when, why, which, whom. Okay, so these are all what words. So you can frame questions from what words also. You can frame questions from do, does or did also. Like here I have done, does he know you? Another question can be, do you want to come along? And did he complete his work? Okay, and this example is when you'll be asking questions starting from helping words. We are making question using helping words. Like here, helping word is it used? Okay, is it sunny outside? Were you sleeping? Or was he cheating? Or have you seen my goggles? Or has she come? So if you want to frame a question from helping words, the helping word has to be at the beginning of the sentence. To frame interrogative sentences with helping verb, you must begin your interrogative sentence with the helping verb and then you can continue with the remaining part of the sentence. Okay. So interrogative sentences are those sentences which ask questions, and questions can be formed from the words also, from do, does and did also, and they can be formed from the question from the helping verbs also, right? In each case, the sentence will end with a question mark. Interrogative sentence always ends with a question mark. The third kind of sentence is called imperative sentence. Now look at the two examples. Go and bring my pen. The second one, please close the door. Okay. In first sentence, I am giving order. I am telling someone to go and bring my pen. Whereas in the second sentence, I am making a request. Okay. Here I am giving order to someone and here I am making request. Okay. And if you see carefully, both the sentences are without a subject. There is no name written here. There is no pronoun used at the beginning of the sentence. Okay. So both the sentences are written without a subject. Okay. But I am making request or I am giving order to someone. So in an imperative sentence, remember, in an imperative sentence, subject will always be you. You will be the subject in imperative sentence. Okay. Because imperative sentence is either an order or a request. A sentence in which either an order is given or a request is made is called an imperative sentence. Okay. Go and bring my pen is an order I am giving you. And here, please close the door is a request I am making to you. Okay. So both the sentences are without subject. In an imperative sentence, the subject will always be you, you. And like declarative sentence, imperative sentence also ends with the full stop. Okay. So when it comes to identifying the sentence, you have to first think whether order is given, request is made, or some information is given. If information is given, then it is a declarative sentence. If order is given or a request is being made, then it is an imperative sentence, right? The fourth kind of sentence is called exclamatory sentence. Sentences in which sudden emotion is expressed, grief, happiness, sorrow. Okay, when such emotions are expressed in a sentence, those sentences are called exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence always has this symbol in it, which is called an exclamatory symbol. Okay, exclamatory sign, exclamation sign, sorry. Okay, so exclamatory sentence is a sentence in which sudden emotions is expressed. For example, ouch, I've hurt my leg. I was walking, suddenly I tripped and I got hurt. So the first thing that came out of my mouth was ouch. Okay, so when you get hurt, when you are in pain, you express that pain with by using certain words. Like here I have used the word ouch. So this word expressing my pain is called interjection. Okay, and interjection is always used at the beginning of a sentence, right? An interjection is always followed by an exclamatory mark. After exclamation mark, we always begin with a capital letter and then it ends with a full stop. Okay, in an exclamatory sentence, the exclamation mark can be used only once, right? Second sentence, how pretty is she? The sentence is beginning with how, but it is ending with an exclamation mark. That means we are very, we are appreciating somebody's beauty or somebody who is looking very pretty. So we have say, oh, she's looking very, either we can say, oh, she's looking very pretty. If I say, oh, she's looking very pretty, then my oh will be like this. My oh is the interjection. Then I will say, oh, she's looking very pretty. Okay, this is also an exclamatory sentence. So, two ways of saying the same thing. Here I have written, how pretty is she? That means I am appreciating her prettiness. Here also I am doing the same thing. Only thing is, here I have started with an interjection word. An exclamatory sentence can be written with an interjection word and also without an interjection word. Okay, so whenever we are expressing our sudden feeling of happiness, grief, surprise, shock, okay, so those sentences are called exclamatory sentence. Yay, we won the match. Oh no, she's a loser, right? Or how dirty the room is. So these are all examples of exclamatory sentence.